Gentlemen, I have a crazy video for you today. If you've ever found yourself or caught yourself wondering or asking yourself what happens when a woman hits a certain age and doesn't want to accept the fact that men have preferences and there are things that men are looking for. Right? If you've ever caught yourself wondering what happens to that woman, you're in the right place. I have a video of a 35 plus year old woman titled Diary of a Single 35 plus Woman. Then it goes on to say, men, why are you not stepping up? Why are you not becoming the heads of households? Right? So I watched this video and I picked up what could be this girl's problem. I'm not saying it's a woman thing, right? I'm not saying all women are going through the same things or have the same problems as what sounds like this woman has, all right? So we're gonna listen. I'm gonna pause a few times to give you my thoughts and comments. Let's go. Oh, one more thing. She's South African, so she's gonna speak one of the South African languages. I will translate for you and then give you my comments.
Haole a 35 plus straight single woman looking for love, so a life partner, companion, a husband. The chances of you getting that are like chances of that happening are like 0.1%.
All right, so she's essentially saying when you are a woman who is 35 years old and plus, when you are a single straight woman who is 35 plus, the chances of you finding a companion, a husband, or a life partner are very slim to none, basically. So she goes on to do this, and then she says that's even a lot, right? And then she's gonna explain to you why. And when I first saw this video, I thought she was saying, she was being realistic. I thought she was being real and recognizing that after 35, options are limited.
Guys, Tagaza, when people are supposed to mirror us or be our life partners. Kibo Sophia the First, Kibo Dora the Explorer, Kibo Princess Diana.
So she's saying that their age mates, right? People in their age group, Sophia something, Dora the Explorer, Princess Diana. So she's essentially calling these women feminine, these men feminine. She's calling them princesses, right? We've seen this movie before.
Because what happened to men? Like what happened to real men who is just a manly man? Who knows how to be a man to a woman?
What happened to a man who knows how to be a man to a woman? Let me tell you something. No man can ever be considered a man to a woman who is masculine. A woman who thinks she doesn't need a man, a woman who is a man herself, can never find any man to be a man. because she has her own ideas of what a man is, what a man should do, what a man should say, how a man should look, what a man should move like. All right? Those are all fine, but you need to be realistic. You need to also ask the question of, am I a woman that deserves, I want to say a good man, but I mean, you need to ask yourself if you're feminine enough. That's basically what I'm saying. Ask yourself if you're feminine enough and you're allowing these men to be men. Right? And I use the word allow to say there are women who will not give a man a chance to be a man. They will not see any man as a man because they have that man energy themselves. Let's go. Let's listen some more.
How do you look at therapy, guys? It's only really because I feel like you all need to bear yourself open at some point and talk to someone.
She goes on to say, if you need therapy, tell us so we can see how we can help you. So you can explain what the problem is, why you're not being a man. That's crazy. That's rich coming from women who she's probably one of the women who gave all her best years to F-boys who didn't take her seriously. So she started to hate men, and chances are she never had a father figure, right? And if she did, she didn't really respect him like that, right? Because most of the time, women who speak like this are the women who felt like their dads were being oppressive when they were telling them what to do and what not to do, when they were taking care of them, trying to protect them. They felt like they were oppressed or abused, right? Now she's saying, if you need therapy, how about you get therapy? There's no way that all the men that come your way are not manly, are not masculine. I do not believe that. I don't believe there's such a thing. You telling me? I mean, she's not bad looking, even with all that makeup on. But anyway, she's not bad looking. I bet she has a lot of options. There are a lot of men who are always approaching her. You're telling me that all these men are feminine. They are princesses, as you say. I do not believe that. There needs to come a point where you ask yourself, what's wrong with you? Why do you have a problem with every man?
Because guys, le banna le basadi ka the end of the day be le re basadi he basadi ba i-controller or ba batla ho ba banna ga batla ho ba banna because haliyo.
Now she said something twice to make sure that you guys heard it and understood it. Wait, let me go back.
I-controller or ba batla ho ba banna.
Hold on.
He monna bo hokae? Bothata ba bo le be banna bo hokae? Because guys, le banna le basadi ka the end of the day be le re basadi he.
So she says, she's asking the question, why is it so difficult for men to be men? And then she goes on to say, men are men and they are women at the same time. And then they complain that women want to control themselves, or men are acting like, no, she's saying women want to control themselves. Women want to act like men. And then she says it's because men don't want to be men. There's the masculine energy I was talking about. if you ask her what being a man is, the first thing she's gonna say is a provider, right? And by that she'll be meaning that you need to take care of every bill that she has, because to her that makes you a man. Only that makes you a man, right? And you shouldn't tell them anything. You shouldn't tell her what to do and what not to do. You shouldn't tell her what to wear and what not to wear. You shouldn't tell her where to go and where not to go. Even if they are quick to tell you that they're expressing themselves and men do not communicate. But when men do that, they feel some type of way. They think the man is controlling. This is interesting.
Basadi ba i-controller or ba batla ho ba banna. Ga batla ho ba banna because haliyo. Banna ha ba yo men. Yo guys.
She's saying women want to be men because there are no men.
Those who are married to real men, those who's got themselves a solid partner, yo guys, you are blessed, and don't take that for granted. And if you love and you really, really want to settle down like me, I would actually today make peace with the fact that that will never happen.
What she fails to mention is that the men that she wants don't want her. The men that she wants probably do not want her. First of all, you can tell, I'm not trying to be shady, you can tell that she's not in shape, right? She's over 35. Her best years are gone. Men her age mates, are attracted or looking at women younger than her, right? Which tells me that she mentioned her age because she probably sees that these men are not paying attention to her because of her age. There used to be a time when they did pay attention to her, right? Otherwise, she would be saying, I have never met a good man even in my whole life. Chances are she did meet a good man who was a man, but she was too busy playing at that time. She was young. At her peak, right? At the peak of her looks, at the peak of her, I want to say fertility, now men are not paying attention to her because, well, when she wants them to, essentially. Now she wants to settle down and become a wife, but men are not are not looking her way.
But guys, I get it, guys. I don't know who the recent circumcision as petlele. Like, I'm just so.
Now, what she's doing now, she's even trying not to laugh. Now she's talking bullshit, insulting men. She's calling them boys, essentially. If you're African or South African, you know that men have to go to the mountain. I don't know how to explain this in an easy way, right? They go to the mountain to essentially become men, right? Now she's saying maybe it's because people are going to, I don't want to say this, but I have to say it in order for you to understand what she's saying. She's saying maybe this thing was ruined when men started going to the hospital instead of the mountain. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe men need to go back to the mountain to be taught how to become men.
He lost, guys. What's a
She is laughing actually. My sister, I'm gonna tell you, we are men, right? I'm not even gonna say we can become men. We are men. We just don't want masculine women like you who seem disrespectful. You seem like you're insufferable. Right? You cannot be good looking and have trouble finding a man. You're just picking the wrong men, and the kind of men you want just don't want you. It's not about men not being men. Maybe you are not a woman. No, maybe you are not woman enough for these men. Go anywhere. I promise you, with that attitude and your body count, even though I don't know it, you'll never find a good man that's good enough for you, I should say, that you consider a man. Chances are you're just going to take some simp who's going to be saying yes to everything, letting you use him just to please you. It's not a man issue. The problem is with you. How can you help us? You cannot help us. We don't need your help. Help yourself. Become a woman that is worthy of a man, that can take care of a man, that can understand a man. The problem is not men. And I'm saying that because I know for a fact that there are a lot of men probably in your DMs and in life who have approached you, and you're trying to tell me that there were no manly men or masculine men, as you say. I do not believe that. So this girl was just trying to be shady, trying to shit on men, because she's not finding the kind of men that she's looking for. The man that she's looking for is not looking her way. So the kind of man that she's looking for is not looking her way. That's all it is. It's not about men not being men enough. And I feel like women like this one need to start taking accountability and looking at themselves. You cannot tell me that you've been in like 10 relationships and all those men were the problem. How's that even possible? And I wonder how she presents herself. I might want to go to her TikTok and find out. But nah. Anyway, I'll check you in the next video. I hope more women get to look at themselves if they've been in multiple relationships and things don't seem to work out. Just be honest with yourselves. For once, just be honest with yourself. And if you're being unrealistic, you will know if you're honest enough. Now, I'm not saying men are always good and don't play around. They do. But you're not gonna convince me that all the men that you come across are shady and don't want to be men. I do not believe that. You're 35 years old. I'm gonna leave it here. Check you in the next video. Jovic.